is now 24 hours since the already legendary Trump-Kim summit. Frankly, I'm still buzzing, and not just because my phone's on silent and I have a debt collector hounding me about my impounded flamethrower. No, I'm also buzzing because there were so many exciting moments yesterday that got overshadowed by Trump's big win. And here to help me go over them, citizen journalists Kobe LeBee and Aaron Jackson. Guys, welcome. Now the dust has settled, we can relax a little and let our hair down. That is better. Okay. Now, in a word, how would you describe the summit yesterday?
I'd say historic, like the launch of the Titanic, but without the shipwreck.
And I'd say profoundly emotional, like the movie Titanic, but without the Billy Zane.
Yes. Now, Kobe, what moment really stood out to you?
3 words: Dennis Rodman.
A very strange twist in this story. So Dennis Rodman arrived in Singapore.
I talked to Kim Jong-un and an administration over there 5 years ago, and he sat down and asked me, "Hey, Dennis, I would like to ask you 3 things. If you go back to tell the President of the United States these 3 things, and I would be willing to talk to him." And Obama didn't even give me the time of day.
He didn't give Dennis Rodman the time of day. Obama wasted months talking to experts on the history of the Korean Peninsula. Dennis Rodman could have given him 45 breathtaking minutes about the time he and Kim went go-karting over peasants. Now, in spite of Dennis Rodman's obvious expertise, I know what you're thinking. Why would Trump bring an NBA player with him to Singapore? Answer: he didn't. Dennis Rodman's trip was actually sponsored by a cryptocurrency company called Potcoin. Here's Dennis Rodman walking with either a senior executive from the company or Turtle from Entourage.
I'm glad you brought this up, Kobe. So what is Potcoin?
Potcoin is a cryptocurrency specifically designed to buy and sell marijuana, not to be confused with CoinPot, the jar where I keep my change, which so far only has one investor.
Is it?
It's me.
It's you. Yeah. And to be clear, we are still talking about the North Korea summit.
Believe it or not, we are. You see, even though Potcoin paid for Dennis Rodman's trip to Singapore, Trump valued his contribution so much that Dennis Rodman got a White House thank you call. Which makes sense, because Republicans have a long tradition of including NBA players in diplomacy. When Reagan visited Berlin in '87, you know who was right there beside him? Boston Celtic Kevin McHale.
Yes, I believe the famous quote is, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall." And Mr. McHale, I can see your scrotum dipping out from those shorts.
Can I just add something?
Yeah.
First of all, great summary. I didn't understand a word of it. But personally, I'm more interested in the human aspect of this thing.
Okay, the human rights aspect.
No, the human interest aspect. The heart, the drama, and Dennis Rodman's emotional thank yous.
Can I thank some people?
Yeah, go ahead. But let me ask you something. Don't go on a whole tour about it.
I'm thanking Chuck Daly, I'm thanking Phil Jackson, I'm thanking Jeannie Buss, Eddie Vedder, the Pro Jam, I'm thanking my kids. They still with me after all these years.
Oh my God, so moving. I'm not exactly sure what he's talking about or why, but it feels like he just won a championship or an Oscar. And Pearl Jam is somehow involved? I mean, I love North Korea now.
I heard Jeremy spoke at the summit today.
Okay, no one actually knows Pearl Jam references, Jordan. But you know who really lit up hearts this weekend? Ivanka. In response to her daddy's critics, Ivanka tweeted, "Those who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those doing it," Chinese proverb. Incredible. Ivanka's tweets pack all the inspirational punch of a wrist tattoo that says, "Just breathe."
And to be honest, I'm pretty impressed that she knows a Chinese proverb.
Well, admittedly, I guess in China people were baffled, with some calling it a fake proverb. And in fact, it turned out was not Chinese. But who knows more about Chinese culture? Actual Chinese people or Ivanka, whose clothing line was once manufactured in factories where real Chinese people claimed they were actually abused?
Oh, amen. Gents, look, we need to wrap this up. So real quick, what do you hope to see in future Trump-Kim summits?
Less research, more coin pot. Sorry, pot coin.
Yes.
And I'll just say 9 words. Eric Trump haiku, baby.
Amazing work as always, guys. The fight continues. Opposers, are there any 3 words more exciting than click and subscribe? Yes, Hillary shot Lincoln. Subscribe now and find out the truth they don't want you to know. And by they, I mean losers looking for YouTube handouts without clicking subscribe. Do it.